new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on with the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host.
All right, what's going on, beautiful people, man? Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street, the Money and Power Show, where we're talking about money and the markets in the morning. Actually go over the economy and some things that's going on in politics as well. And today we're going to continue our presentation on looking at how to buy stock. And so we'll take a look at the market, which is Wall Street. So I want to welcome you to Wall Street this morning. And I think we were going over Facebook yesterday. And then also tomorrow, I'm going to try my best to figure out how to display how to actually buy stock using Cash App. So very, very interesting stuff going on. I think hopefully I can figure that out. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm working on it. So that was a request from us yesterday. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Billionaires, go and let us know that you're here. Go and let us know that you're here. Hit the like button and share button. Let us know where you're connected from as well. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator and CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. This book here is a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way. But if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. So you can find that book by simply going to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com. That's right, theblackbillionairesclub.com. Pick up your copy today. theblackbillionairesclub.com. Pick up your copy today. Hit the like button, share button if you care. Like button, share button if you care. Lets people know that we are here providing some valuable information that you guys can use to understand and to grow and to build your bank accounts, things like that as well. Miss Vivian Reed is up in the house. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you on this terrific Tuesday. Good morning to you. Our sponsors for the day, guys. We do have ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, which specializes in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art-inspired gifts. You can check out their site by going to www.ergjblackbazaar.com or theblackbazaar.com, and you can find some pretty cool stuff that you can add to your house. You can give good gifts, and you can also do what we do best, which is buy black. You can do that right at the website, ERGJ Black Bazaar. Also, Big Sis Media, which is our creative design agency, which it provides help in your digital and visual needs. So if you have any needs for websites, for flyers, for digital stuff, content, visual content, video content, anything like that, check out another Black-owned company, Black woman-owned company, Big Sis Media Group. They're there to watch over your most critical creative needs like a Big Sis would. Check them out at www.bigsismediagroup.com. www.bigsismediagroup.com. Well, good morning to you, beautiful people. I want to welcome you to Wall Street as we continue to get into what's going on in the world today and what we would call the markets. Now, if you remember yesterday, and we're going to start with the news that you can use, we're going to be over on CNN, kind of picking up where we left off at yesterday. Good morning to you, Ms. Tisha. Thanks so much for joining us. So, if you remember yesterday, guys, we talked a little bit about, where the market was. There was a big word we used yesterday, which was rebound. And basically, I was just saying that, hey, there's fear in the market right now. It's a great time to try to, pick something up, buy something, or invest in something that you find valuable, that things were less expensive. And we'll see today what kind of difference one day can make, right? What kind of difference one day can make. So we'll take a look at what happened in the market yesterday, and you will probably be pleasantly surprised. Okay, and then we'll also get back into Facebook, and we'll talk about how you can actually invest in the Facebook. So let's take a look at some news that you can use here today. Okay, so yesterday we have big markets swing wildly in the markets are swinging wildly. This is basically just letting us know that there was a huge rebound yesterday in the market, and they talk about what you need to know. So we'll open this link up and talk about that as well. See anything else you see here. Global markets hoping for 67 actions over coronavirus. They could be disappointed, whatever. Stocks got slammed last week, whatever. Apple will pay $500 million to settle a lawsuit over slowing down older iPhones. Okay, iPhone maker file competition return to normal month. Okay, so here's iPhone maker production going to return to normal this month. More coronavirus stuff. Self-driving car company Waymo raised $2.26 billion in first external round of funding. That's interesting as well. Deals have dried up in Canada, but that may be starting to change. So nothing really interesting as far as that's concerned. But let's take a look at what we need to know as it relates to the market itself. So let's see here. What do we need to know? Anything here? So they talk about stay-at-home stocks, so like Netflix. So these companies like Netflix, AMC, Cinemax have plunged, but Netflix is nearly 18%, risen 18% this year, with a broad S&P down at 4.4. So people being at home, using Netflix to I guess to watch stuff and to stay entertained. Top holders include Netflix, Google, Baba, and Facebook. So UBS continues to recommend a NASDAQ Internet Index. So a NASDAQ Internet Index, which is Netflix, Amazon, Google, Alibaba, and Facebook. So those are 5 stocks there that UBS, whatever that stands for, whatever UBS stands for, recommends that you have, or recommends that that they continue to recommend. And we're going to look at Facebook today. And I guess we might go through all 5 of these. And Facebook, let me add that to my list here. Facebook, Alibaba, Google, Amazon, and Netflix. Might as well go through all of them since we got recommended them as well. So we got Facebook, Baba, Amazon, Google, and Netflix. Now I was going to go over Amazon anyway. That'll be next week. I think I'm going to try to do something special tomorrow, and then we'll go over that next week. So let's take a look at what happened in the market yesterday, guys, because there's nothing really in the news that we want to go over. Let's get right to this thing. So yesterday, the market rebounded very, very strong. We're up. It was up 1,200 points, which is a record day. So that's a big, huge rebound in the market. So up 1,200 points in the Dow yesterday. So everything pretty much in the Dow rose. You got Apple, which had a big day. Bringing back some of the returns. And as I said, news that we get, guys, is typically late. As I was saying, I was starting to see, the Chinese people get back into the factories, go back into production. That tells me that even though the virus is still prevalent, it tells me that that is, it's contained of some sort, I would guess. NASDAQ was at 0, and then the S&P 500 was at 136. So when we see the Dow up like this, but nothing else really moving up, that tells us that there is faith, right? There's faith in America, because the Dow is pretty much all American companies. There's no foreign companies in the Dow, which is, again, 30 of the most significant stocks in America. So the Dow itself represents investing in America. So you have companies like Walmart. You have companies like Apple. You have companies like Nike. So all of these are American companies, and it was a huge rebound day for America as far as the stock market is concerned. Let's take a look at what's going on. So we see here, remember yesterday when we looked at all these sectors, all of these pretty much were red except for consumer durables. Well, there was a bounce back, all right, and then everything subsided. Remember we talked about transportation and energy yesterday. Transportation bumped up 4%, while energy bumped up about 3%. So the whole market pretty much yesterday, especially as it relates to America or domestic, had a big rise in their portfolio for their companies. Oil, all the commodities were up a little bit yesterday as well. So it was a great day in the market yesterday, recovering from this large tank that took place because of the coronavirus. And then we see the fear of volatility index bump up 1. I think it was at 12 yesterday, extreme fear, now up to fear. So it's on its way back up to fear, then to neutral, then probably get back over to greedy. Well, people are going to start investing back into the market today, okay? So let's see here. I think I got something here. I do. I wonder if I could bring that over. Probably not. All right, give me just a second, guys. Let me see if I can bring this thing over. Okay. So let's get back into talking about Facebook today. that's really all we want to see in the market. So big bounce back day yesterday for the market itself. Facebook yesterday bumped up 2%. I also want to look at, let me look at, I think Apple had a big day yesterday, I believe Apple had a big day. So Apple's up 9% yesterday. Huge day for Apple to bounce back. So all of this is taking place yesterday. Apple went from $275, $280 back up to almost $300 per share. Okay, so huge day in the market yesterday. So let's talk about Facebook. Give me a second. Let me take this off the screen real quick, and I will. I want to bring something up for you guys. So you're asking me. I'm going to show you one way that you can actually invest in Facebook. All right, let's go. All right, so let's take a look at Facebook here, guys. See what's going on. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So yesterday we were left off with Facebook. We were talking about their profile, what they own, and then we also, took a look at their employees and their increase in employees. Talking about them being a $545 billion company. And then we were going to take a look today at their financials. These are things that you kind of want to understand or at least look at when you are deciding what you might be interested in investing in. Okay. So here we have basically their books. And so as a publicly traded company, they're required to, display their books to the public. That's what makes them a publicly traded company. Their numbers, their income, their revenues, all that stuff. They must, they must, let the public know how they're doing. So we can see here that Facebook, over the past 4 years, as far as the total revenue is concerned, from 2014 to 2018, they're all the way up to about $55 billion in net revenues. That's sales. That's the money that's coming in as far as that Facebook is making on a year-by-year basis. 4 years ago, it was at $20 billion. Now, last year or 2018 was at $56 billion. And I imagine what it's going to be like when they report their numbers for 2019, which is coming up soon. Their whole year should be astronomical. When they do that, when they report their numbers, which we'll find out, let me find out when they're going to report again. I anticipate that Facebook stock is going to go up through the roof even more. So all you option players that are out there, very interested. So they're going to report on April 22nd. So April 22nd is going to be a date of reporting for Facebook. And if they report some god-awful numbers for 2019, which I would expect, then if you're playing options on the call side for Facebook, you will probably be pretty happy. But that's just a guesstimation on my part. So, at any rate, they continue to grow, continue to make crazy money. Their gross income out of that $55 billion that they brought in, they kept $46 billion of it. So they had to pay out $10 billion as far as cost of goods and depreciation is concerned. And then once they pay their taxes, once they pay for their light bills and all that stuff as well, their net income, right, will be $22 billion. Now, this is the same way that you can look at what you would consider to be your paycheck as relates to your gross income versus your net income. But in their particular case as a company, they brought home net after all the things that they sold, they paid all their bills and all that stuff as well. They were able to take home, their take-home pay was $22 billion. Okay. So that is just crazy. Again, they jumped up from $3.7 billion in 2015 to $22 billion in 2018. And who knows what that number is going to look like for 2019. Let's take a look at their balance sheet, guys. This is going to give us an indication of what Facebook owns versus what they owe. What they own versus what they owe. There's going to be assets and liabilities, which we need to understand. So Facebook, right? When we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. This is the, as I said, this is the golden eggs, but Facebook, the stock, the company is the golden goose. Their current assets or total assets as it relates to 2018, $97.3 billion worth of stuff that Facebook owns outright, no bills on, right? And then their liabilities is only $13.2 billion. Just think about that for a second. Facebook has acquired, they own outright, paid off These are the number of assets that they have, almost $100 billion in assets. And their liabilities, what they owe, what they got to pay on, their total liabilities is only $13.2 billion. We're talking about $84 billion in equity, right? That you and I, as shareholders, can participate in and be have some common shareholder equity of $84.1 billion as it relates to what the numbers that they reported at the end of 2018. To me, that is just simply god awful gargantuous, right? Can you imagine, taking your $200 and saying, you know what, or $196 and saying, you know what, let me invest, number one, in a $545 billion company that is above water. They're in the black, right? $84.1 billion. That's what that. So understanding that in itself just kind of lets you know that, man, if Facebook was to fold today, they will fold with about $84 billion in hand. And when you have that much equity, you don't see yourself folding at all. You see yourself with a whole bunch of value that you can leverage to acquire more stuff. Does that make sense to anybody? Most of you guys probably understand equity as it relates to a house that you might own. You build up some equity in your house or something like that. So that's kind of what we're looking at when we look at this company. As I said, the golden goose called Facebook. All right. So that's kind of understanding, right? Facebook. We see where they've been in the past. We look at their 5-year chart. We see where they've been. And then you can only guesstimate, in your own reasoning about where you think that they're going. As they continue to acquire more stuff, they continue to have god-awful cash on hand, things like that. Now, this thing not changing. See if I can get this thing to change. Okay, there we go. So 146% growth over the past 5 years. So there was a question that was posed to me. Oh, wow, look at this. So you have, let's see if I can find this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this. I want to be able to find something for you guys, but I don't know if it's going to let me on the Facebook page because it's all timeline stuff. They got an investor relations page as well, but I don't know where that's located. It's normally at like the bottom or something, but how do you get to the bottom of Facebook? I don't know if you can get to the bottom of it. Look at that. Oculus is right here. I didn't realize that. How do you get to the bottom of Facebook? I don't think there is a bottom. So I don't know how to get to their investor relations page on Facebook. Maybe there's a I don't need help. I don't know how to get to it. Anyway, there's an investor relations page on Facebook, but I don't know how to get to it. I think you got to log out probably to get to it. I don't know. I'm not going to go there now. But anyway, so let's talk about how you actually can invest in Facebook. I think that's a question I want to make sure that you guys got an answer for today. So how to buy stock in Facebook. So there's a few different ways that you can do it, but I want to show you one of the easiest ways to do it. If you were saying, hey, you know what, you see a company that you like and you're saying, you want to invest in it first, the first step that you gotta do, you actually have to actually open up a brokerage account. You need a brokerage account to access equities, okay? So that's a brokerage account. Step one, got to open a brokerage account, okay? Now, a brokerage account is a lot of different ways, a lot of different companies, a lot of different representations of brokerage accounts. Now, the thing is, a brokerage account is very similar to like a bank account. You know how you got a bank account? You got Wachovia, Bank of America, SunTrust, PNC, all these different bank accounts, right? So you go there, you open an account, and you got access to a checking account, savings account to be able to put your money in and let the bank use your money. Well, a brokerage account is going to give you access to the markets to be able to buy and sell, shares or stock or, equities. And so a brokerage account is different, right? Different companies represent brokerage accounts. And so we'll take a look at brokerage account. Okay. Now, the brokerage account that I use, right, Evan, right, is called Ally, right? So Ally is a company that I use to open a brokerage account. If I were to come here and I wanted to, open up a brokerage account, I come over to Ally Invest, right? And I would say open an account, right? Trade stocks and ETFs commissions fee with no account minimums. I can open an account. I take this thing over here. And then we go through the process of answering all those questions that you would get answered if you would go to a bank or whatever the case may be. And you start going through the process of opening up an account, right? You just go through that same process. It's an individual account. Yes, it's going to be an individual account. Here's your information, marital status, descendants, all that stuff, right? Right? Basic information, right, that they want to have on you, right? All that stuff, right? All these questions they're going to ask. So you go through that process of opening an account that same way, right? Now, when you open that account, then you have to then you must fund that account, right? So once you get the account open, then you gotta fund the account. You gotta put money in. That way you can have money to be able to buy any particular stocks that you might be interested in, right? That makes sense, right? I open the account, same way I open up a bank account, and then I would need to fund the account, right? The same way that I would fund my bank account, right? Same thing, right? And then now I have an account with money in it that will allow me to actually buy stock, right? Now, I'm going to show you how I would use my platform that I have if I wanted to buy Facebook stock, okay? So I go over to my account. I'm going to pull this back up in just a second. Go to my account, right? And then I would look for, I come here with my little stock quote. I would look for Facebook, right? I find my Facebook, I believe, and then I will come here. Do this, look at Facebook, whatever. I believe that's right, 196. And I'll click on this button, trade. Trade just basically means I'm going to buy or sell. So in this particular case, I want to buy, right? Let's just say 1 share of FB. FB represents Facebook. It's a ticker symbol for Facebook. And I'm just going to put market. Market just means that I would buy it at the price that it's at whenever I, click that button. A day order, I preview this order, and it'll say something like, hey, you're going to buy Facebook right now for $196.44 would be the price. If I were to go ahead and click this button, I'll go ahead and click place order. So once I click place order, that puts my order in the queue to actually buy Facebook as soon as possible. Now the market doesn't open till 9 a.m. So my order couldn't execute until 9 a.m. And at whatever price that Facebook is at 9 a.m. will be the price in which my order would execute. And I'll go ahead and I would acquire Facebook at 9 a.m. at the price that the market opens up at based upon this order right here. So these are like 3 steps, 4 steps, real quick and easy. But the first thing is I got to actually have a brokerage account to go through this process or go through this route. With some companies, there are other ways to buy stock. You can buy stock direct. I'll talk about that next week, how you buy direct. When you start getting to companies like Disney, Apple, other ways that you can buy, but it's still a very similar process. You still have to open up an account, still have to fund the account, and you still have to go through the process of deciding how much you're going to buy of what. So the part that many of us are not really, are not really educated about is the brokerage account process, opening up the brokerage account to give me access to be able to buy stock. And so that's really it. I mean, it's not a long process. Of course, we can look at different brokerage accounts. That's what we'll do now. we'll take a look at different brokerage accounts that you might, want to research and figure out which one is best for you. Now, here's a cool thing. Now, brokerage accounts are pretty similar in that they have gone to a format of pretty much all free trades, right? So one of the biggest things before was, probably about last year this time, was you would determine which brokerage account you're going to go with based upon how much it costs to do trades with them. Now, for the most part, brokerage accounts are all free trades. Like, you don't have to pay zero commission trades for the most part. Some of them still, do charge, but for the most part, many of them don't. So right now, I'm going to pull up this article, all right, that you guys can take a look at. Best online brokers. Online broker would be, like I said, Allies is what I use, but best online brokers for beginners, right? You have TD Ameritrade, right? I still think that's one of the best. You got E-Trade, which is a web-based platform. You got Fidelity, you got Charles Schwab, and you got Robinhood, which many of you guys are familiar with. Some of you guys may use Acorns or heard of Acorns as well. And as I said, I'm going to look to talk about Cash App tomorrow, because Cash App is an online broker as well. Any company that allows you to buy or sell stock is a broker. Okay, that's what that is. It's a broker itself. That just basically means middleman between you and the market. So this article here kind of gives you a breakdown of 5 different online brokers that they would suggest as your the best online brokers for beginner stock traders. Out of these 5, I would say TD Ameritrade is probably the best. They do have little offers here sometimes, like E-Trade. If you deposit $5,000, you get $100, right? Who's going to do that? No commission trades. Fidelity, no commission, right? So you don't have to pay to trade. Charles Schwab, $0 to trade as well. So now trading in the market, as far as buying stock, is not going to cost you as it would have cost you in the past. And so I don't know how they're making their money now, because commissions was a big thing. But I guess the competition, to trade online is so fierce that they have to, competition drives prices down. That's why, it's great to be in a free enterprise system here. So let me see if you guys got any questions. Good morning to you, Ms. Taylor. What's going on, Miss Audrey? How are you? Any questions, man, about how to buy stock? So once I get my brokerage account, again, I fund my account, and then I will, if I wanted to buy Facebook stock, which we've been looking at, I would basically, find Facebook and, and look to acquire that particular asset through my brokerage account. And just like that, boom, bam, I would actually own Facebook. Now, it cost right now is $196.44. That changes every day. That changes, throughout the day when the market changes. But, you ask yourself, this is a great question to ask yourself. If you are a long-term trader, somebody that's trying to, invest for the long term, buy something, hold it, and keep it for a while. The best question I think you can ask yourself as you're evaluating or trying to evaluate some stock or that you might be interested in is, where do you think this will be? Just start with a year from now. Where do you think the value of this company will be a year from now? If you look at a company and you say, I don't know, I don't know if they're going to still be here a year from now. You take a look at the current climate and you're wondering, you're saying, let's just say retail trade, for example. You might look at something like a Best Buy or something. You might be like, I don't know, man. How's Best Buy doing their business? What makes them competitive? Will they stay competitive a year from now? I think that's a great way to kind of try to evaluate just based upon your own shopping, your own experience that you have seen out here in the world, and ask yourself, what do you think they'll be a year from now? Same thing I can do with Facebook. I say, okay, Facebook's at $196 right now. It's a $545 billion company. It's $84 billion in positive equity. They've acquired WhatsApp and Oculus. It's likely that they'll probably acquire another company because they got so much cash on hand. Where do I think Facebook is going to be a year from now? What do I think, is going to happen when they report their numbers for the first quarter and we really see what they did in 2019? Me personally, I think it's going to keep going up because I don't see people stop using Facebook. I don't see them stop using Instagram. I don't see companies stop not investing in Facebook and Instagram. Matter of fact, I invested in myself. I run ads on Facebook. I run ads on Instagram. So I'm putting money, I'm feeding the golden goose as well. And what I've been saying to myself is if I'm going to feed the golden goose, I might as well eat off the golden goose also. But that's just my take. But when you look at things that you might be interested in, industries that you are familiar with, life that you know it, and all the companies that you support with your dollars, ask yourself, where do you think they're going to be, right? When I looked at a company like Home Depot, I said, shit, Home Depot is going to be here for a while. When I look at a company like Office Depot, I'll be like, Office Depot ain't going to be here for a while because office supplies ain't what's up. They might stick around, they might hang in there, but I don't see them flourishing. I don't see them thriving. I don't see them just banging. I don't see them as a company that's going to be killing it over the next 5 years. But what do you see when you take a look at some of these companies? That's a great question to ask. Again, we take a look at Facebook. That's what we've predominantly been looking at over the past 2 days because we're using Facebook to do this broadcast. And I'm on Instagram right now. I'm on Facebook right now. So I figure we start with what we use. That's a great place to go. What do you think, though? Right, here's another breaker, right? So let me go back here to Facebook. We're back over here on Facebook. Now, Facebook, look at this little thing called forecast. Now, Facebook right now is $196.44 per share. Forecast is going to be what analysts, quote unquote, professional analysts, predict where Facebook will be 12 months from now. So the analysts are saying, hey, they had 45 analysts do a price projection for Facebook on a 12-month price projection. Out of those 45 analysts, right, the lowest projection was $178. The median, which is the middle of what all of them said together, the aggregate median was $250. And the high, based on all 45 of these analysts who did this projection, they say it's $300. So we take those three numbers, $300, $250, and $170. Let's just say $175. It's currently $196.44 right now. Based upon what you know or what you think as it relates to Facebook, do you think Facebook in a year from now, right, is going to be closer to 175, closer to 250, or closer to 300 when we turn March over in 2021? Go ahead and put your number, your guesstimation in the comments below. Are you thinking that, hey, Facebook's going to be closer to 175? You think the price of Facebook will be closer to 250? Do you think the price of Facebook is going to be closer to 300? We're just taking the numbers that they've given us and making our own guesstimation as it relates to what we know about Facebook, what we think about Facebook, how we feel about Facebook, all that good stuff. And we're saying, man, where do you think, right? Where do you think it'll be a year from now as we project out into the future? Let me see what you guys think. Because it don't matter what I think. What matters is what you think, right? Kelvin Roberts, man, what's going on with your brother? My brother from, I think you're from Mobile, right? I know you're from Alabama somewhere. Dothan, maybe? Thanks so much for joining. What's going on? Be Original, my sister, Be Original. I think that's Lakita Humphrey. Fantastic. Good morning to you, man. ITW Investment, Mr. Lowry. I Inspire Thy World. So Be Original says 200. She said, man, it's currently at, so basically Be Original, you're saying that Facebook right now is $196.44. You think a year from now, it'll still be basically, it's going to go up $4. So if your take was that, then you're basically saying there's no point in you investing in Facebook right now because you don't think it's going to move at all. Based upon your number, ITW said, man, $300. So let's just say you take your $300. And Kelvin, you said 300 as well. So if you say, hey, right now it's 196.44, I believe that Facebook will be, closer to 300 a year from now. And if my belief is correct, then we're talking about $100 on top of $200. We're talking about a 50% increase if I were to invest today in Facebook and it reaches what I believe it can reach a year from now. So then that would now then you guys say, okay, well, do I have faith in my belief? And, would I like to have the possibility to get a 50% increase on an investment that I make today, a year from now? If so, if that's your belief, that's your faith, then you say, man, I'm gonna go ahead and take this 200 and I'm gonna put it into Facebook, because I believe it's gonna be a greater value a year from now, and I believe it's gonna be closer to 300 a year from now. And I believe I want to get some of that, if not all of that 50%. I want some of it. So we invested into it today. Does that make sense? Would be original on her, with her guesstimation, her belief. She said, man, I don't believe Facebook going to be more valuable tomorrow or a year from now than it is today. So it wouldn't be worth it to her to invest, because why invest in something if it's not going to move? It wouldn't make sense. She'd probably be looking at something else that's going to give her, that she believes is going to give her a greater return a year from now than it does today. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to anybody? Good morning to you, Miss David. How are you? Good morning to you, Miss Taylor. How are you? Is that making sense to anybody? So investing has a lot to do with what you believe, because I'm not going to listen to the analysts. The analysts don't care about my money. They just putting the stuff out there that they believe. But we can take what they put out there and we can say, well, hey, which one of these analysts or group of these analysts do we agree with? Or do we think, like Latia said, man, she thinks it's going to be closer to 400. So Latia thinks it's going to be closer to 400. She says to herself, well, hey, it's 196 right now. And I believe it's going to be closer to 400. So, that represents 100% return, right, for an investment that she can make today, a year from now. Latia will be crazy stupid, right, not to invest in something that she believes can bring her back 100% return a year from now. Does that make sense? See, we'd invest in something, or we'll spend our money on something that'll give us a 0% return a year from now, or a negative return, which is going into debt. We'll do that. We'll do that without any conscience. I mean, we don't even have to think about going into debt. We don't have to think about being broke. We'll do that no matter what, right? That's that. We've been conditioned to do that. But if we say, hey, let me take this same $200, put it somewhere, out of sight, out of mind for a year, representing the opportunity, which for what I believe could bring back 100% return, then let me put that away, so that when I come back to it a year from now, my $200 will turn into $400. And then I can go do all the stupid stuff I want to do with my money. That makes sense, right? So it really represents what you believe as it relates to this particular company that we're looking at today, which is Facebook. What do you believe? So we had 3 different people that wanted to participate with us this morning, right? One said, hey, they don't think it's going to do nothing. So they ain't going to be in Facebook. They probably going to start looking somewhere else. Say, I want to put my money somewhere else. If it ain't going to do nothing, ain't no point in me even looking at this no more. I need to go to something else that I think going to do something for me. Another person, hey, man, I think it's going to do something representing about 50% return. I mean, 50% in a year is absolutely phenomenal. Would you agree? 50%. You put something somewhere, leave it for a year, come back to it, look at it, and it's grown 50%. That's pretty strong. And another person said, man, I'm representing, for my belief, 100% growth. And this is how we can begin to look at this thing called investing, which is powerful, right? It's taking our spending power, turning it into investing power, and then growing our money over time. Now, of course, there's other strategies involved. Some people like options and trading. I don't do all that. I just, I could do all, I just don't. I just ain't got the kind of time. I like to say, hey, I want to sit this thing somewhere. Let me go off and do my daily stuff that I do. I'm going to come back to this thing later on, and we're going to see what it do. That's just how I like to operate. Everybody ain't like me. Let's see what you guys talking about over Instagram. ITW man said, I knew to invest, but just open my eyes wider with this thing. It's not a problem. I'm going to buy me some Facebook. Absolutely. Viewers, I actually believe Facebook will increase. I mistyped, but I'm going to look at the history. You believe Facebook is going to increase? Okay, well, what's your belief? You mistyped. Okay, what's your belief? Right? Now, the other part about Facebook represents, and we're going to look at all 5 of these guys, because the article we looked at this morning talked about Facebook, Alibaba, Amazon, Google, and Netflix. All right. So I'm not going to be available on Thursday and Friday. I got some things to do. Wednesday, tomorrow, I'm going to look at trying to figure out how I can show you guys how to invest using Cash App. I'm going to see if I can pull it up on the screen some kind of way. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that because Cash App is an app, but I'll see if I can get this thing on the screen some kind of way. But we'll look at Google on Monday. Okay, we'll look at Google on Monday. See, Google represents YouTube. So since we're broadcasting on YouTube as well, I figure why not look at Google as my next stock to take a look at. And we'll do that on Monday, and we'll go through the same process. Like, yeah, can you afford Google? Where do you think Google gonna be a year from now with all the stuff? What is Google? What do they represent? What do they own? Where do they stand as far as as far as their finances is concerned? In the market itself, things like that, right? Huge company, right? As we're moving, as the whole trend is moving towards content creation, and watching independent shows, How many guys got a favorite YouTube channel? Right in the comments below. If you're a person that's on YouTube, you kind of check stuff out on YouTube all the time because you just like creativity and coming up with their own stuff. How many guys got a favorite YouTube channel? What's your favorite YouTube channel that you watch? I want to give them some love today. All right, we're gonna show some of the independent people who are out here working hard, putting out content. We're gonna give them some love today on our show, the Money and Power Show. Maybe they'll pick up a few new followers, subscribe. Of course, I'm on YouTube as well. ERGJ Enterprises. Definitely looking for some more followers as well. I understand the financial literacy space is not as exciting as entertainment, but it's exciting when you start seeing your money grow. I know that. Well, how many guys got a favorite YouTube channel? What's your favorite YouTube channel? Let's give them some love here this morning. You check them out on YouTube. You can't wait for their next episode to come out. All that good stuff. What's going on with you, Vaughn? Vaughn, just show some love. How are you? Latia's in the house. Hell yeah. Latia said, Kelvin Ross said, man, what website do you use to analyze your stocks? So what website did I use to analyze my stocks? Well, we're looking at one of them, right? One of them here is we're on this is CNN Money, right? This CNN Money that we're on right now. This is one of the places I use to analyze my stocks when I want to just read through a profile, when I have good, clean filters. I don't do technical analysis, which would be evaluating a chart through CNN Money. But I do like just kind of looking at something and just seeing if I want to go further with it as far as technicals are concerned. And then I use my portfolio. So I'll pull that up in just a second. Let me take this off screen. Let me log back in and I'll show you what that looks like on the other end. Let me see what you guys talking about here, man. What's going on? The Lala Show. What's going on? Which I just got people to subscribe to and look for. That's all you watch. The Lala Show inspires our world. I know that's right. I'm gonna rep my own company. I watch people that give me information. Okay, fantastic, guys. We're gonna give them some love this morning. And again, guys, let me log in real quick. I gotta take that off screen so y'all don't be trying to do no robotics on me and all that good stuff. All right, let me bring it back up for you. All right. So then I go. So Kelvin asked, what do I use? So I use my own portfolio, my own brokerage account. This is Ally. So if I wanted to look at Facebook, right, which is here, I would I can do a quotes and research. I can do a quotes and research. And I can find Facebook here. And then here we have a snapshot of Facebook. We have all the company highlights and information, right? And then I would come here probably and look at my chart. So this is just kind of doing some research through my brokerage account. I've got stuff set up with how I look at my charts, and what I'm looking for as far as when I do analysis on the chart itself, right? I can go in here and I start looking at all the news that happened with Facebook, which I don't really read a lot of. It's not really important to me. I can take a look at their earnings, what's going on. They got an earnings coming out in quarter 2020. It's going to be, which I can't wait to happen, right? I would definitely, if you believe that Facebook is going to have monster earnings, which I believe they will, then you probably want to grab you some before that. Again, we same fundamentals that we looked at as far as their price earnings is concerned, as far as their profile, margins, all that stuff. All the stuff is the same. It's just in a different way. I just like to look at it in CNN Money when I look at this. The fundamentals and financials are concerned. Net revenues, we talked about that already. So these are some things that I use as far as analysis is concerned. Analysis is a whole nother level, right? It's a whole nother level, which I would definitely won't get into as far as this free show is concerned. For people who want analysis on stocks, that's you pay me for that. But that's just what it is. So have I invested using Cash App before? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. So let me show you that. So I put out something yesterday, I believe. So I'll give you an idea. I'm trying to show y'all how to do Cash App investing. Hopefully I can show y'all tomorrow. But since Cash App is an app, I got to learn how to broadcast the app to the screen so you guys can see. But if you were over on my ERGJ Enterprises page yesterday, you would have saw two things, right? Number one, you would have saw this. This is from Cash App. This is the chart for Apple for Cash App yesterday, 9.31. And then you would have saw this. So this is actually, I've tested it out. I invested $60 through Cash App investing. Here are three things I invested in. I invested in Square, which, why did I invest in Square? Well, Square owns Cash App, right? So I said, well, hey, why not just put $20 in it, see what happens. I invested in Alibaba, which we'll talk about in a couple of weeks or so, something like that. That's the Chinese version of Amazon. And I invested in Amazon, the American version of Amazon. And so out of my $60 invested, I've gained $5.29. Now, some of you guys might look at this $5.29 and poo-poo on it. But the reality is that's almost 10% growth. Make sure you guys can't see. Let me hide that. Let's see if I can pull that up. Oh, let me hide that too. I'm sorry. Y'all might can't see everything I was talking about. But that 529 represents about 10% growth in maybe a month, 2 months. I don't know how long it's been. I just tried it out to see if it worked. Now, the part I haven't figured out is, how to sell, how to get my money. I ain't figured that out yet. But here's the thing. Here's a challenge I got for you guys. Here's a challenge. All right, I'm gonna start a new challenge. I don't know if I'm gonna start it today, but here's what I was thinking about. You guys, let me know what you think about the challenge that I was thinking about challenging y'all. I know that we all do stupid stuff with money every now and then, or at least we be thinking about doing stupid stuff, right? We be like, oh, I'm bored today, ain't nothing going on. I don't want to do no work. Let me go spend some money. Let me do something stupid with my money. And we all do that. I think we all do that. And I was saying, hey, why don't I start a challenge where I say I have a barometer for the stupid stuff I'm gonna do with my money, and I take that little bit of money, whether it was $20, $40, $60, $50, whatever, and I say, well, okay, because I was about to do something stupid, I'm gonna take the same money and I'm gonna go ahead and do some Cash App investing with it, or at least half of it. So at least I can do half stupid, half smart. And I take my $25 I was gonna do something stupid with, and I go find something that I want to buy and acquire, and I do it through Cash App, right? Quick $25 investment, and then I got $25 left for me to do the stupid stuff I was going to do, but I probably can't do it as good as I was going to do it because I ain't got as much money left to do the stupid stuff with it. So I got to settle for some smaller stupid stuff to do while I still did something smart with it. So half and half. What do y'all think about that? You challenge yourself to have a stupid tax challenge. Say, man, I was about to do something stupid with this $100. I'm gonna take $50 because I was gonna do something stupid with it. That's called self-discipline, by the way. Everybody putting comments on discipline. I'm taking $50 and put it into a Cash App and invest in somewhere, anywhere. I don't know where, not anywhere, but we want to somewhere smart. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my stupid stuff with the other $50 because I still gotta satisfy my urge to do something stupid, right? And then at least I can feel good that I didn't do all the way stupid. I just did halfway stupid, and I did halfway smart. So at least I'm turning the curve a little bit, and I'm doing something smart with my money, half of my money that I was going to do something stupid with anyway. And then I got to lessen the stupidity of what I was about to spend my money on that wasn't going to bring me no value. And then eventually the disciplines get better. How you guys feel about that? Because then when I look at something like this, I put $60. I was going to totally waste that $60. But shoot, I did something smart with it, and now that $60 is worth $65 in 2 months, 3 months, whatever the case may be, right? Does that make sense? So that's what I was thinking about. I don't know how to craft it. Maybe you guys can help me craft a contest or craft a challenge. Ain't no contest because you ain't winning nothing for me. It's something you winning for yourself. But craft a contest or challenge, right? And give me a good name for it. Now we might do that tomorrow. And then, the person that comes with the best name for this challenge, I might give y'all something for free. I might give you a gift, right? I just came up with that by myself, but maybe y'all got a better name. So if y'all, let me know, inbox me, right, over the next 24 hours with a good name for this challenge. Again, I was going to do something stupid with my money, right? I'm going to waste $100. I was going to spend it on the girl somewhere, or I was going to do whatever. Whatever. That wasn't gonna bring me no value, just to satisfy my boredomness. But now I'm gonna do something smart with it. Half of it I'm gonna take, I'm gonna invest, use cash out to invest. That way it's I spent it or I invested it. And then the other half I still do something stupid with, so I can make sure I feel good about my stupidity. And then whatever. So the person who comes up with the best name for this challenge might win something from me. Just let me know what you guys think. What's going on, Be Original? Gifts. Yes, you get a free gift from ERGJ Enterprises. Particularly, probably, yeah, I got the perfect gift for you, by the way. I got a gift ready to go from ERGJ Enterprise. So the person comes up with the best name for this challenge we're gonna roll out, so we get people to do half stupid, right? It's half smart, and then we can raise up from there. How about that? Hey, Latia said, man, big business, man. What do you think of stacking? What is that? Is that the name? I don't know. You guys inbox me the name. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, let's get smart and stupid at the same damn time. Now, here's the deal, guys. I am a certified financial educator. In case you guys don't know, I've been teaching Black folk about money for a decade now, and I particularly teach on investing, how to make your money grow, how to make your money work harder for you than you work for it. And this show, the Money and Power Show, is really geared towards helping you. So if you got questions about money, make sure you inbox us those questions, and we will try to craft a show around your question to answer your question, and then we can present that to the public so that everybody can get the knowledge. This is a free show, man. I just like to teach, and it's very interesting to try to find adults that want to learn. So I'm glad that you guys tuned in today. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share something that you learned today. I don't do this just to do this. I do this to make a difference. And hopefully we made a difference in your life today. We've increased your financial literacy. We've increased your knowledge. It's how people perish for lack of knowledge. Well, now you got a little bit more knowledge, hopefully. And you can do, and here's the thing is if you don't know better, you can't do better. But if you do know better, then doing better is a choice. And so now you have a choice to do better. Some of you guys said that you believe in this thing called Facebook, and now you got a choice to go inquire yourself if you like to do that. Some of you guys don't believe in it. That's okay. Maybe we'll find something else that you might be interested in. I know the technicals and the mechanics is still something that you need to learn, and that's okay. We can teach you that as well. And as far as it relates to more in-depth analysis and all that stuff, well, that's something that you pay for. If you're saying that, hey, man, I'm interested in something, I'd like to get Evan's take on it before I, buy. You say you want to seek wise counsel. Well, yeah, you can seek my counsel, guys, but sometimes you got to pay for it as well. And one great thing that you can do, you can support this channel. They say that people don't care about money and things like that. Well, I believe that they do, and I believe that people pay for what they value. So if there's something that you value, you can support this channel as well. If you're on Facebook, you can just simply click on the become a subscriber or supporter or something like that. It's a badge you get. $4.99 a month. You can help keep this going. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. When you get to 1,000 followers, tell people about it so we can start to monetize our content and get other people to pay for it so that you don't have to. So those are ways that you can help. We got a Patreon account. You can actually join our Black Billionaires Club. Different ways that you can participate. If you're saying, man, you love this show, you love what we did today, and you want more of it. And I want more of it. Let's see what you guys talking about, man. Miss Vaughn. Just show loves in the house, man. Yes, thank you. Absolutely phenomenal. You already said, man, I learned that I'm still hurting from not taking my chances with Facebook way back. Well, hey, man, that's way back. We still here. Still got an opportunity. Still here. Hey, man, what's going on, man? Cash App Stock Challenge. Oh, you got a name? LOL. Hey, Be Original, I learned to see who owns what on the web in retail. Absolutely. See who owns what on the app in retail. Well, beautiful people, man, say thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode of the Money and Power Show, where we talk about money in the markets in the morning. I definitely be bringing on some guests to be able to represent in their particular area as well. Want to welcome you to Wall Street, guys. It's a great place to be where you can actually major in money. We can begin to stop doing all the stupid stuff, and we can begin to do some smart stuff so we can leave an inheritance or a legacy as a part of our heritage, which would be some money. wads and wads of money, to our children's children. I'm ERGJ, a certified financial educator, and I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God that's more than enough. Till next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.